onto the mat. I'm just gonna, I haven't got any notes tonight, I'm just gonna make it up as we go along. So just give yourself a little wiggle. Make sure you've got enough space around you to actually do the flow, so you're not going to smash into walls or windows. Shift your bum around on the mat, just give yourself a little shake out. I like to give myself a little kind of wiggle around when I get on the mat. I always have a lot of kind of nervous energy in me, so when I get on the mat, it takes me a while to kind of get it out and just release it, so that I'm calm enough to actually start my class. So if you guys are like me, a lot of us do have that kind of nervous, buzzing energy, especially if you've been inside all day. So just kind of get it out a little bit, give yourself a shake, a wiggle, roll those shoulders, move around like you're doing a little dance, lift those hips up. It's the only time I'm going to say you can do that. Draw circles with your body, do whatever feels good for you. Just get that little bit of excess energy out, and when you feel like it's gone, bring yourself back to center in a seated position. Take your palms onto your knees, facing up towards the sky. Drop those shoulders down, neck nice and long. And take a nice deep inhale, close your eyes. And exhale. Let's bring ourselves into the room, into the space. Create that nice little space around you, physically and mentally. Deep inhale, feel that breath wash through you, cleanse your body. Exhale, release the breath. Start to deepen that breath. Each breath you're taking it a little bit deeper, using the full capacity of your lungs. Maybe you pause for a second at the top of your breath, so you're always teaching your body to really go that little bit further, that little bit deeper, little bit longer. Inhale. Exhale, release, push that air out. Start to use the breath to feel into your body. Inhale, we sit up nice and tall. Exhale, release, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, we're grounding down into the mat. Feel the sit bones sinking into your mat, the shoulders gliding down your spine. But your spine is long, you'll feel light but grounded. Palms drawing down, elbows drawing down. Neck nice and long. And start to tune out all your distractions, thoughts and worries. Tuning only into your breath. Getting rid of anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. Maybe take an imaginary broom and sweep the mind clear of any wandering thoughts cluttering up your headspace. Just check in with those key tension points, remembering that we tend to hold on to stress in subtle ways. So notice the difference when you just let go of these little points. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears, drawing the shoulder blades down your spine and lengthening your neck. Softening your facial features, making them become gentle. No furrowing the brow, no frowning. Unlock the jaw, unclench the back teeth, and draw the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. And notice that you may feel lighter, you may sit taller when you let go of those three little points. Gently mobilizing, draw your chin towards your shoulder and start to rock the head from shoulder to shoulder. Feel free to progress that into an entire roll the whole way around. And back the other way. Rolling your head, trying to get both ways. You don't have to progress to a full head roll. If you don't want to, you can continue to just roll the head from shoulder to shoulder. Bring yourself back to center, deep shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine. So imagine that you are drawing circles with your shoulder blades and see how indulgent it is to just lift those shoulders up and draw them all the way down. Not just a lazy shoulder roll, a really big one where you're getting the whole shoulder involved. It's almost moving your entire body just to roll those shoulders. Really nice. Take that left hand behind you like a secondary spine. That's my right hand. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. Gaze over that left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Push that right knee away and twist through the spine. So twisting is a really good way to re-energize your body. What we do when we twist is we compress the organs to release the toxins. When we let go of any twists, we're allowing fresh blood to flow through us, which is why releasing a twist does give us that little burst of energy. Really, really twisting, looking all the way behind you. Exhale, let go, bring yourself back to center. Right hand comes behind you and left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit up nice and tall, gaze over your right shoulder. Push that knee away and twist. So keep that back arm nice and straight. Keep your shoulders down, your neck long. Try not to just collapse back into your right arm. Push that knee away. Get as deep into the twist as you can. Inhale. And exhale, release back to center. Bring your fingers together at the front. Hug that giant beach ball. So you're making a circle shape with your arms, interlacing the fingers. Drop the chin to the chest. Spine in the C shape. Inhale, feel those shoulders pulling apart at the back. Exhale, push up towards the sky, dropping the shoulders down. Start to hinge across to the left, stretching the right side of the body. So you're stretching from your hip to your finger. And if you want to, you can take that left hand to your right wrist and gently pull all the way across. Keep those bum cheeks glued down on the mat. Inhale, we lengthen and reach. Keeping those bum cheeks nice and even, stretching from hip to fingertip. Imagine someone's trying to add inches onto the right side of your body. Try not to collapse forward. Keep that body aligned so the top half of your body is in a toaster. Gently back to center. Switch. The right hand takes hold of the left wrist and leaning across. Keep the neck long. Shoulders down and reach, bum cheeks glued down onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale, we reach. Really nice. Keep that chest open. Keep that body aligned. Glued down onto the mat through the sit bones and reaching, trying to touch the wall with your left hand. A nice lateral stretch down the left side of the body. Deep breath. Bring yourself back to center. Let go with the arms. Take them out to the side. Give those wrists a little wiggle. Give those fingers a little wiggle. Reach the arms behind. Pull those shoulders together. Chest open. Deep breath. Nice shoulder stretch. Well done. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Place your palms in front. Bring yourself into an all fours position. Stack your joints, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Deep breath, mobilizing the spine. Drop the navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, arch. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice and deep breath. So if you like this movement, this cat-cow movement, then feel free to continue this. Inhaling, dropping your navel to the floor, hollow out the lower back, heart open. And exhale, spreading the shoulder blades, crown of the head towards the floor, navel to spine. If you like that, continue. If you want to freestyle, get a little weird, get into your hips, get into your spine, get into your shoulders, get into your fingers, get into your wrists. Do whatever feels good for you. You really can be as weird as you like because you are practicing from home. So feel free to just wake up whichever little nook or cranny you need to in your body. Really nice. Giving yourself a little wiggle. Really indulgent. So maybe you want to sit back in your child's pose, reach those fingers out. Maybe you want to push all the way forward into cobra, stretch those feet, give yourself a little back bend. Maybe you just want to turn those wrists, push into your wrists if you're practicing any kind of hand balances. This is a good wrist stretch. And then gently bring yourself back to center. All fours position, stack those joints. Take your right toe, tuck it under, and kick that leg up behind you. So right knee bent, right foot flex. So we start with a little opposite leg balancing. So you're going to reach that left hand out in front, trickle it along the mat. And if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to lift that left arm, so you've got an opposite leg and opposite arm lift, you can take that. And if you want to get even deeper into this balance and get a nice back bend, shoulder stretch, left arm comes behind, takes hold of the right foot, and you're going to pull it up behind you. Gaze straight ahead. Find a place to rest your gaze for Drishti. So if you're needle scaling and you're working on that kind of flexibility, then you will probably enjoy this one. Gazing straight ahead and breathe into it. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go. But keep that right leg out behind you. Knee bent, foot flex, push down through both palms, tuck that left toe under and push up into your three-legged dog. Push down through the palms. Take a nice deep breath here. And if you want to, you can stay here. If you want to, you can open your hip up, gaze underneath that right armpit, and you're taking the right leg so it's almost reaching behind you. But try and keep an equal distribution of weight between the palms. If you're happy here, lovely, and if you have it in your practice and you want to walk the whole way over into your wild thing pose, then by all means do a nice back bend here, balancing on your right hand and your left foot. On the balls of your right feet, reach back with that right arm. Really nice. So your left foot should be flat, your left hand flat. Reach back with that right hand up on the balls of your right foot. Deep breath. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself back into your three-legged dog, everybody. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach that right knee forward towards the chest. Plant the right foot, drop the back leg, left knee down, left foot down. And if you're happy here, lovely, in your low lunge, or you can bring your arms up in line with your ears, sink into that front knee bend. So this is a runner's lunge. And it's really, really good for running because it strengthens our quads and our hamstrings and it stretches out our hip flexors. And if you want to take a little twist here, you can split the arms. You're going to send the left arm forward, the right arm back. And you are also very welcome to bring that right hand back onto the left calf and reach over with the left arm. So whichever version you're in, give me a little breath here, deep inhale. And exhale, drop both hands down on either side of that front foot. Tuck that left toe under, lifting the left knee, and you're going to step back into a plank position, body in a nice straight line, bum tucked in, core engaged. Take a deep breath, and we're going to bring ourselves over onto the right hand side into a side plank, lifting that left arm up, keeping the hips aligned. So if this isn't in your practice, you are very welcome to drop that bottom knee. Make sure wherever you are in this pose, wrist to wrist should be in a nice straight line and shoulders stacked on top of each other. If you're feeling like side plank is just really easy, you can float that top leg. You can also try take hold of your left foot with your left hand. Or if you want to try, bring that right leg out and take hold of it with your left hand, you're very welcome to try that one as well. Wherever you are in the stretch, give me 5, 4, keep those hips stacked, keep that core engaged, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your plank position, drop the knees, heels together, knees apart, and just take a little child's pose there, breathing. Well done, lovely. Really nice, guys. One more deep breath and push yourself back into your all fours position. Let's do the other side. So tuck that left toe under and keep that left leg out behind you. Make sure that spine stays nice and straight. Start to trickle those right fingers forward. And if you want to stay here, by all means stay here. If you want to balance, bring that right arm out. So you've got an opposite leg, opposite arm stretch. And if you want to go further still, right arm comes behind, takes hold of the left foot. You're going to pull it up behind you, take a nice deep stretch. Well done, really nice. Gaze straight ahead. Find a place to rest that gaze. And wherever you are in this stretch, give me 5, 4, well done, 3, 2, lovely, and 1. Let go of the foot, but keep it raised. Keep the foot flexed, the knee bent. Both palms down. Push down through the palms. Tuck that right toe under and push up. 3-legged dog. Keep the knee bent, the foot flexed. Spine nice and straight. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. If you're happy here, lovely. If you want to open the hip, send that left leg like it's going to walk the whole way over. Gaze underneath the left armpit. If you're happy here, lovely. And if you want to go the whole way over, if it's in your practice, by all means, wild thing pose. We're balancing on the ball of our left foot now. Our right hand, our right foot. And reaching back with that left hand. Lift those hips nice and high. Deep breath in. And exhale. Wherever you are in the stretch, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back into that 3-legged dog. Send that left knee all the way forward. Plant the left foot. Drop the right knee. Low lunge, your runner's lunge. So remembering this is really good if you're running. Nice one to do before and after. Happy here, lovely. If you want to bring those arms up in line with your ears and sink deeper into the hips, by all means. So remember, we're stretching our hip flexors here and also strengthening our quads and hamstrings. And if you'd like to take a little twist, flip the arms, send the right arm forward, the left arm back. You can also go even further here. Drop that left arm back onto the right thigh and reach back with the right arm. Whichever version you're in, breathe into that stretch. Well done, lovely. And gently windmill those arms back around on either side of that front foot. Tuck that right foot under and lift the right leg. Step back into your plank position. Make sure that body's in a nice straight line, nice and engaged. And bring all your weight over onto the left-hand side. Side plank on the left. Make sure arms, nice straight line, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Lifting those hips. If you want to drop that bottom leg, by all means. You also have other options here. If you feel like side plank is just too easy, you can lift that top leg. You can also take hold of your right toe with your fingers, or you can bring that left leg out underneath. Take hold with your right arm. Wherever you are in the stretch, hold for 5, 4, keep that core engaged, hip stack, 3, 2, and 1. Back into your plank position. Options here, you can either push straight back up into your downward dog, or join me for a little vinyasa. Tuck the elbows in, drop down through chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing, make sure the thighs are lifted, tops of the feet on the mat. Don't know who needs to hear it, I'm sure somebody does. And push back. Downward facing dog, so our first downward dog of the class. Push down through your palms. So let's soften our knees to begin with. I always like to start the first downward dog with soft knees. We're going to talk through what we're doing here. Downward dog is our powerhouse. It really energizes and stretches pretty much our whole body. So our arches, calves, hamstrings, spine, shoulders, arms. It does it all. So pushing down through your palms, you want to push into the outside of your hands, your little fingers. Very slightly soften your elbows to draw the shoulders away from the ears and rotate the shoulders outwards. Don't pull them in. That's how you get a rotator cuff injury. Drawing the navel in towards the spine and looking between your legs, which should be about hip width apart. You want a straight line from the tailbone all the way down. And if you feel like you can do that straight line and draw your heels down towards the mat and straighten your legs, then by all means do. But I even like to keep my legs bent for quite a lot of the down dogs that I do. So it really is, no worries. It's much better to have bent knees and a straight spine than the other way around. We're just going to do a little stretch here to just loosen up our calves and our hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to raise up on our toes, lift the heels. Exhale, lowering down. Keep that navel drawn in and lift. And lower. Feel the tightness in the back of your hamstrings and calves. And it's quite a nice stretch, lifting up on your toes and lowering, and lift, and lower, and lift. Well done, and lower one more time, and lift, and lower. Really nice. We're going to take a little twist here. So you're going to take your left hand and you're going to reach across to touch your right thigh, gaze underneath your right ankle. I don't even know why I said that. Reach across to touch your right ankle and try and gaze underneath your right armpit. Really nice. Breathe here. Try and keep that navel drawn in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand back down. And then take your right hand now across to the left ankle. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Take a nice deep breath here. Bring that right leg all the way back into your three-legged dog. Send the knee forward. Plant the right foot. Bring yourself up into a high lunge. Arms in line with your ears. Hips under your shoulders. So into that front knee bend. Well done. Take a deep breath here. Draw your palms to your heart center. And you're going to kick off the back foot and bring yourself into your warrior three, into a T shape. So if you've got the space, you can reach your arms out in front of you. Bring them in line with your ears. I have a wardrobe in front of me, so I can't really do that. Try and make sure that body stays nice and aligned. Navel in towards your spine, core engaged. Take a deep breath. Hold that balance. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try and drop both hands down onto the mat. You can slightly bend the knee if you want to. Bring yourself into your standing split. Take a nice deep breath here. You're going to bend the knee, drop that knee towards the ankle, and straighten. And let's go 3, and straighten, and 2, and straighten, and 1, and straighten. And gently bring that left foot forward. So your feet are together, slight bend in the knees. Reach those arms up so they're in line with the ears. Tuck the tailbone under, bring yourself into your chair pose. Sitting your weight into your hip sockets. So you're literally sitting in an imaginary chair. So you make sure those knees don't go in front of your toes. So all the way in the hip sockets. And if you want to add a balance here, you can lift that left foot and bring the left ankle to the right knee. Keep those hips squared, 4-point pose, sitting in. And if you want to go further still, you can bring those hands to the floor here and give yourself a little forward fold. Deep breath. Hold wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. If you are in your forward fold, bring yourself back up. If you've got your one-leg chair, hold there. If you're in a chair, we're all going to step back into our high lunge. Deep breath here. Open those arms out to the side. Turn that left foot out. Warrior 2 goes down those front fingers. Just going to change sides because I'm always in the wrong side. Take a nice deep breath. Turn both feet out, straighten the legs, bring the arms behind you, and start to hinge forward through the hips while you're pulling those hands behind you, giving yourself a nice little shoulder stretch, bringing yourself into a wide leg forward fold. Really nice for lengthening the spine, so it's good for lower back pain. Nice stretch through the hamstrings. Deep breath. And if you want to here, you can keep those arms above your head. That is completely up to you. You're very welcome to let go of the hands. Bring them down onto the mat as you try and inch that head further towards the mat. Deep breath. So this is prep as well for tripod headstand, which we're not going to cover today because I'm still a bit scared of teaching balancing inversions online. Take a nice deep breath. Gaze straight ahead. Flatten your back and start to heel toe the feet together. Rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Bring yourself up to standing. Arms down by your side, engage the legs isometrically. I'm cutting my head off all over the place. Standing in your mountain pose, arms by your side, feet together, engage those legs, make sure the joints are stacked. So remember, we've gone through this before, ankles under knees, under hips, under shoulders, everything nice and straight and stacked. You're not spilling, so your pelvis is a glass of water and we're not spilling that water. What I mean by that is you're not sticking your bum out, spilling water down the front of your body, tucking your bum in, spilling water down the back. Everything's aligned, no water spilling, everything nice and straight. Put all of your weight now in your right foot. And you're going to take that left foot, come up on your left toe. Left foot is either going to come against left ankle, left calf, or up into your left thigh. When you've found where you would like to balance, draw your palms together at heart center and find a place to rest your gaze. Try not to look at anything that's moving, so probably the screen, because I'm wobbling about quite a bit. If you look at something that's moving, you're more likely to fall out of the pose. If you're happy here, reach your arms up above your head into a prayer. And if you want to, you can bring your arms out on either side, fingers and thumbs together, like a real tree with branches. And breathe here, standing leg strong. And you'll notice when you balance, it's when you get itches on your nose and random places. Focus here, breathe, keep those shoulders down. Well done, try and keep yourself nice and tall. And just breathing here. Balances can actually be really calming. And if you fall out, just come straight back in. Remember, yoga is practice with no ego, which is why I tell myself every time I fall out of balance in front of loads of people. Take a nice deep breath. Bring your hands down if they're raised, and you're going to take hold of your left knee. So if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to, you can take that left knee out to the side. And if you would like to go further still, bring your fingers around your big toe and take your standing hands, big toe pose, reaching that leg out to the side. And hold here, and breathing. And give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee back to center, but don't drop it. I'm just going to turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, didn't even drop my leg. Bring that left leg out in front, hands on your hips, and we're just going to pulse that leg. So we're going to get into our little butt muscles. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the foot flexed. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the leg behind you. Pulse backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that foot down and shake it out. Shake those legs. Very young yoga, but just do it. Because you'll feel like your right foot after all that balancing is like having a bit of a meltdown. So just shake it all out, shake it all out, shake it all out. Really nice. And then once you've shaken it all out, come to the tops of your mats. Nice and aligned, arms down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, palms together. Exhale, hinge forward through the hips to your Uttanasana, forward fold. You can soften the knees if you want to. Place those palms flat. Step float or jump back into a plank position. And you can either push straight back up into your down dog or tuck those elbows in. Come down through your chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing. Really good for your posture, this one. And push back. Downward facing dog. Lovely, well done. Left leg is going to come all the way back now. Three-legged dog. Send it forward between the hands. Plant that left foot. Arms up in line with your ears. Hips squared to the front. High lunge. Make sure those hips are under the shoulders. Deep breath here. Inhale. Nice and strong in this pose. And you'll notice as well that one side will be easier to balance on than the other. So we're about to go into my wobbly side. So if I fall out, I apologize in advance. Draw your palms together at your heart center. Or you can keep your arms raised. It's completely up to you. Step forward. Bring yourself into your warrior three. Body in a T shape. And if you have the space to bring your arms out in front, by all means do. Try and keep those hips aligned. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those hands down onto the mat. Bring yourself into your standing split. And let's drop that knee down. Bend both knees, knee towards the left ankle, and straighten. And let's go 3. And straighten, well done, and 2. And straighten, well done, and 1. And straighten, really nice. Drop that right foot, bring yourself into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet together, knees bent, arms up in line with your ears, chair pose. Now, putting all of your weight into your hip sockets, making sure your back is in a nice straight line, tailbone tucked under. Knees are not going past your feet. Arms away, arms in line with your ears, shoulders away from the ears. And sit back into that chair, engage the core, feel that engagement in the glutes. Keep those feet together. Well done. And if you would like to add a balance here, taking that right foot now, placing it on the left knee, 4-point chair pose. And if you would like to, you can take a forward fold here as well. So one leg forward fold. Really, really feel yourself stretching those glutes as well in this pose. Really nice. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those of you in a forward fold, bring yourself back if you can without falling out of the pose. Back to your chair pose. Everybody step back, high lunge. Oop. Trying not to fall out of the pose. Turn that right foot out. Arms in line with your ears. Warrior 2 goes down those front fingertips. Tuck that tailbone under. Lovely. Reach your arms behind. Interlace the fingers. Straight both legs. Feet to the front. Start to hinge forward. Wide leg forward fold. Bring the arms over your head in a nice shoulder stretch. Lengthening your spine here. You can either continue with your shoulder stretch here if you would like to, or you can bring your hands down onto the mat and start to bring yourself further towards the mat. Hinging at the hips, drawing the crown of the head towards the floor. Really nice. Trying to make a tripod with your head in your hands. Again, this is prep for tripod headstand. Breathe deep, inhale. And exhale, really hinging at the hips. Take a nice deep breath, gaze straight ahead, flatten the back, start to heel toe the feet together. Bring yourself into a forward fold and very gently rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Keep that chin tucked in until the very last minute. And bring yourself up to standing, arms down by your side, mountain pose. Feet together, engage the legs isometrically, hands pointing down towards the mat. Make sure ankles under knees, under hips, under shoulders, body stacked in a nice straight line. Make sure that pelvis is nice and neutral. And when you're ready, all the weight now in the left foot. So right foot against left ankle, left calf or up into left thigh. And if this is your wobbly side, then same. Try and find a place to rest your gaze that's still. Spot on the carpet or wall. Draw your palms together at heart center. And if you want to, you can reach those arms up above your head, keeping the palms together. Or you can open those arms out to the side, finger and thumb together, like a real tree with branches. And wherever you are, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hands, take hold of that right knee. And if you're happy here, lovely. If you want to, you can take that right knee out to the side. And if you want to go further here, bring that right hand to the inside of the right leg. Take hold of that right foot. Big toes. And bring that leg out to the side. Try and straighten it out. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back to center. And you're going to reach that right leg out in front, flex the foot and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel it in your glutes. 6, 7, and 8. And don't fall over like me. Give yourself a little shake out. Shake it all out, especially that left leg. Give yourself a little wiggle. Very un-yoga, but there we go. Step yourself to the tops of your mat, recompose. Arms down by your side. Inhale, raise those arms up towards the sky. Draw your palms together. Exhale, hinge the hips, forward fold. Inhale, flatten the back, gaze straight ahead. Exhale, back to your forward fold, place your palms flat, either step lunge or jump back into a plank position. And you have the option to either push straight back into your down dog, or join me for a vinyasa. Tuck those elbows in, come down through your chaturanga, core engaged, into your upward facing, and pushing back. Downward facing dog, lovely. Hold that down dog, give yourself a little walk out. I'm just going to move the camera. So we're going to bring ourselves back down onto the mat. Anybody sweating? Because I sure am. And gaze straight ahead. Slight bend in your knees. Step, float, or jump into a seated position on your mat. Draw your feet together like palms, bringing your hands around your toes. Sit up nice and tall. Drop those shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. One of my favorite hip openers. So you're feeling those knees draw outwards, drawing down towards the mat. Gives you that feeling of being open, and it increases blood flow to your pelvic floor. So if you're happy here, lovely. And if you want to take a little forward bend here, you're just going to push the feet out slightly so you have a diamond shape with your legs. Start to hinge at the hips, keep the spine flat. So what we don't want here is Hunchback of Notre Dame. You want to keep that neck long, the spine straight as you hinge. And you'll notice as well, when your back is straight, you'll actually get a much deeper stretch through the hamstrings because you're properly hinging. You're not putting extra weight in other parts of the body. So hinge there. Still use your elbows to push those hips open, push those knees down. Really nice. And give me a nice deep breath here. Get as deep into that stretch as you can. And then gently walk those hands back into an upright position. Take your legs nice and wide into a straddle position on your mat. We're going to do a nice little progressive hamstring stretch. It's also preparation for box splits, if anyone is interested in that. So flex your feet. Keep that back nice and straight. You should feel this stretch here in your hamstrings. Start to walk the hands forward. And on your inhale, just hold. Exhale, always walking a little bit further forward on the exhale because that's when our body kind of releases and allows us to go a little deeper. So if you only come to here, that's fine. The most important thing is that your hamstrings are nicely stretched and you're not putting extra pressure on them. So hamstrings are horrible if you injure them. So just be aware of what feels like a good stretch and what feels wrong and pull yourself out. Make sure you keep the spine straight again. So you're keeping it nice and flat. So that might mean that you might not get as far down onto the mat as if you curve your spine, but it's much better to have the flat back and be less deep into the pose. And try and bring yourself as far as you can down towards the mat. And eventually what we're aiming for is head and chest on the mat. Taking hold of your feet if you want to. Take a breath wherever you are. Really feel that stretch through the hamstrings. And then gently, gently walking yourself back up. Slowly drawing your legs back together, which is always such a nice feeling after a deep stretch like that. And just bring yourself bent knees, feet flat. Just give yourself a little hug there. You deserve it. And then bring your arms in line with your legs and gently start to peel back onto the mat. Peeling, peeling, peeling. Nice and slowly. Feel that spine rolling all the way back. If you go slowly, you'll get that nice engagement in the core as well. One vertebra at a time. We roll back down onto the mat. Bring your arms on either side and take your legs into a tabletop position. Keep your spine flat on the mat and drop both knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Nice little supine twist, one of my favorites. I love a lying twist. Breath inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And then let's take those knees across to the right and gaze to the left. Gently bring yourself back to center. Place your feet flat, heels in towards your bums. Feet and knees should be parallel like train tracks, about hip width apart. Bring your palms down on either side of your hips. Head, neck, shoulders and spine in a nice straight line, and try not to look off to the right. So if you can, just follow these instructions from me talking. That's best, rather than to move your neck in this position. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to lift those hips up towards the sky, imagining someone's got a string lifting you up by the pelvis. Try not to bow the feet or the knees, so you'll notice when you keep them parallel, you'll get that nice engagement in your glutes and hamstrings. You can walk your shoulders together underneath your spine, interlace the fingers, keep those hips nice and high as possible. And let's hold here 5 breaths, 5. And exhale. 4. So really good one for insomnia, stress and anxiety. Really good for the pelvic floor, so if you're pregnant or you've just had a baby particularly. Good for engaging the glutes and the hamstrings, good for a back bend. Just a really good all-round of the stretch. 2 more breaths, 2. And 1. Gently rolling back down onto the mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side, releasing the spine on the mat. A little Apanasana, giving yourself a little hug. And in your own time now, straighten out the body, point the fingers, point the toes, reaching those arms up above your head, reaching. Fingers pointing, toes pointing. Really imagine someone's got you by the fingers, someone's got you by the toes, and they're trying to add inches onto your body. They're pulling you from one side of the room to the other, and you can't get away. Fingers and toes stretching, tension in every single part of your body. That includes your face. So everything I've told you not to do, do it now. Screw that face up. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Beady little eyes, a million double chins. Draw those shoulders up towards your ears. Create all that tension in the body. Your body should be shaking from this tension. And while you're here, throw all your mental tension in as well. Everything that's pissed you off today, pop it all in. We're going to build it all up, and then we're going to throw it all back out into the world so it's not bothering us anymore. Really feel that tension. Reaching. Oh my God, to the other 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go. Arms down by your side, feet falling open. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. And if you would like to get water, blankets, jumpers, socks, cushions, dim your lights, pop on some music, whatever you want to do, please feel free to do that now. Alternatively, if you don't want to stay for Shavasana, I absolutely will not be offended if you log off. I know it's not for everyone. But if you are staying, please take it however you feel most comfortable, but lying on your back is really the best. If you're pregnant, lying on your left-hand side in a fetal position with a cushion between your knees. And when you're ready, drop your hands to your side with your palms open, facing upwards, and close your eyes. And bring yourself back to where you were at the beginning of the class. Deep inhale. And exhale. Start to tune out the distractions. Everything you did before or need to do after. Take these few moments entirely for you. Allow your breath to deepen, helping you sink down into the mat as though you're becoming one with the earth. With every breath, feel it wash through you. With every exhale, feel it release. Inhale. Exhale. Check in with those tension points. Shoulders down away from the ears, allowing the neck to grow long. Drawing those shoulder blades all the way down the spine. Allowing them to melt into the earth like lava. Facial features soft and gentle. Jaw unlocked, back teeth not touching. Tongue drawn down away from the roof of the mouth. Take your attention down towards your feet. Feel them fall open on the mat, each toe unraveling one by one. Ankles, calves, knees, and thighs becoming lightweight. So someone has taken the batteries right out of you. All the way up to the base of your spine and feeling each vertebrae melt down into the mat one by one. Trickling down like water. All the way up to your shoulders and feeling your shoulders melt down away from your ears. Even further. Neck lengthening and head light. Allowing all thoughts to evaporate. Maybe taking that imaginary broom again to sweep the mind free of clutter. And as it frees up, allow your face to become soft and gentle. No tightness, no tension, no frowning. Jaw soft, mouth slightly open as your tongue drops down away from the roof of your mouth. Back teeth unclenched. Arms at your side, lightweight, palms open to receive energy as each fingertip unravels. And finally, take your attention to your chest and your abdomen. A slow and steady rise and fall of your breath. Bringing you into a deeper sense of calm. Take this moment just for you, just for your breath. Feel yourself sinking down into your mat, becoming one with the earth. As you inhale and exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes to draw awareness back into your bodies. Take your knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side to release your spine on the mat. Bring yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. And then gently bring yourself up to seated, palms on your knees. Take a nice deep inhale, and when you exhale, let out the biggest sigh. Inhale. And again, inhale. One more time, biggest sigh ever. Inhale. Palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me on this lovely Friday, I think it is, but who knows anymore. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Namaste. And if you have any comments on Facebook, I will